Let's begin our second lecture. So, in the last lecture, we have talked about the growth rate of the population. So, here you can see that people are marching against BJP to bring some economic policies that can control the population growth rate because there is a because due to 1.85% of population growth rate, which is greater than the average population rate of India, that is 1.64, people are unable to get employment. So they want some policies so by which either the people get employment or the government can able to uh, bring the growth rate down. So here is the population growth data of India. So you can see that from this is the growth rate. This is the growth rate. So you can see that it was almost 2.5% from 1961 to 1981. That is 2.5%. So in these 30 years, due to this 2.5 more than 2% of growth rate, we are facing the problem of unemployment today because due to which these in the population growth rate in these 30 years we have this large population in India because the economic resources can't uh, be increased as we are increasing our population. They are limited, they are scarce. So actually there is a scarcity of economic resources. So what should we the government should do in order to bring this growth rate? Now you can see that in 2001 it is almost 1.611, it is almost 1.6%, and the expected growth rate is 0.5 in year 2000. So here is the annual population growth rate in India. You can pause and see. And here is the unemployment rate. You can see that uh, unemployment rate of US is increasing from 4.9 to 6.7 in just 8 to 9 months due to the some crisis, the subprime crisis of 2007 to 2009. And here is the unemployment rate. So you can see that there is almost 25% of population of India was unemployed in the time of COVID shock. And you can see that the real GDP of USA. So you can see that there is a huge fall in the real GDP per capita of the US. This is the huge fall here. So what are the challenges that the government faces? So inflation, the capacity of the fiscal, and the poverty and the unemployment, slow pace of investment growth, current account deficit and trade deficit. So in the countries, poor countries, the less developed countries like Ethiopia, what are the major problems? So you can see that there is a complete cycle. Underdevelopment countries, so they have low productivity. So they have low productivity due to which they have low income. If they have low income, they do not have high savings, they will have low savings, and if they have low savings they will not be able to invest. So there will be low investment. So if there is low investment, there will be capital deficiency, and if there is a capital deficiency, again there will they will remain underdeveloped. So where to break this cycle? So if they want to break the cycle, they have to bring foreign direct investment policies in their country, so the foreign uh, companies can come and invest in their country to so that they can there will be no capital deficiency, and due to which there will be increase in productivity, and which will lead to the increased income and high saving, and they will can improve their economic standards of living. This is the viscous cycle of poverty. So we can classify the economic systems in two classes on the basis of ownership of resources and on the basis of extent of market mechanism. Capitalism, mixed system and socialism, these are the three types of ownership of resources. Capitalism in US, socialism you can say in Kerala, and the mixed system in the whole India. And if you want to talk about extent of market mechanism, you can say that uh, is another name of the market economy. And in socialism, there is planned economy, and mixed system is related to the mixed economy. So, what is capitalism? In these, you can say that economic resources are owned by private individuals. They all the economic decisions like production, distribution, exchanges, etc. are taken by the private parties without any interference of the government. Market mechanism governs the entire economic system. Private ownership of the means of the production and creation of goods or services for profit are fundamental characteristics of capitalist economy. So there are three major points by which the capitalist ideology work: private ownership, private motive, and profit motive, and market economy. Keynes, who was a staunch defender of capitalist system, also believed that there are some weaknesses in the pure capitalism ideology. And what were they? It was that there is an equitable distribution of income, undoubtedly failed to provide for full employment. So we end our lecture here.